Actually, you're the host. You're the host.
He brought me here.
Yeah, I just brought you here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Fans Forum in Austin. Just before we get started, there are some drinks being provided, courtesy of Gibson at the bar, so feel free to try and make your way to the bar during the forum. There will be some caps, etc. thrown. Please try not to start a riot in here. Toilets are up at the back corner. Hopefully you've seen Alexander Rossi. I think we should just give him a yeehaw to say thank you very much, Alex. I think everyone in this room hopes that we see Alexander Rossi in the grid next year. So thanks for coming along, and we're with you, Alex. Grand Prix Investors Fund are the sponsors of tonight's event. Brian Sullivan from CNBC is here. We've got three fantastic drivers. I'm going to get off stage. Enjoy the forum.
Drivers here. That's who you came to see, not me blather on. Esteban Gutiérrez, are you paying attention? Come on up. Sauber F1, Esteban Gutiérrez. From Sahara Force India, Sergio Perez. And Massa, and Felipe Massa from Martini. Okay. You know, this is good stock, so I'm counting the iPhones versus Android. It'll be in the show tomorrow. All right, John Foti, before we begin with the fan forum, Gibson Guitars, by the way, give a big hand to Gibson, because this is an awesome location. This is fantastic. And they have prepared something super special for our drivers. So John, why don't you present these amazing guitars from Gibson?
Wow. I hope you enjoy the guitar.
Do you know how to play?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Plug in!
Now we've got to get to Sergio. Did you know that you were getting these guitars?
No, I didn't know.
Do you play?
No.
That means we will force you right now, or no?
Courtesy of Gibson, and I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks.
All right, and the last guitar from Gibson for Felipe Massa.
We have a three-man band now.
We do have, yes, we do have the three amigos who we have. This is fantastic. It beats, this beats the caviar they gave you in Sochi, right? It's like, I don't even know what you're saying. Sit, we'll put the guitars back. Let's get the fan forum going. Way this is gonna work is, let's keep it orderly. I might ask a question or two, but I'm really here as sort of air traffic control. This is about you, that's why it's called a fan forum. So there are microphones going around. I know it's tight. Yeah, over here. There's no one over there. Try not to trample the microphone holders, please. Just hold your hands up. They will decide who gets it. Speak up. Ask, if you're going to direct it to a specific driver, please do so. And yeah, let's go, man. I'll stop talking. So guys, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on. Before we get to the fans, we're going to go around. Just quickly, Felipe, describe this season so far. You've been on fire, man.
Yeah. Well,
luckily, not literally.
Well, first of all, it's great to be here. It's great to be here in Austin, Texas. Fantastic track. People is really enjoying, the Formula 1 race. I hope we can have a great weekend for you guys. The season is going well. I mean, we are there fighting with Ferrari for the third place, which is really a great result for the team. And I still hope that we can have an incredible three last race and score good points and be again on the podium for, I hope, for a few times until the end of the season, especially last race, which is double point.
And I'm not the only one that is so happy to see the Martini colors back on a race car. I mean, just one of the best liveries out there.
Yeah, it's true. It's honestly one of the best cars. Great color, very historical colors. I'm sure people is really enthusiastic to see our cars and I hope we have enough shirts, for you guys to,
Some hats.
to have and to buy.
And I'm done.
Caps,
Throw out some hats, but don't start a riot, please. Sergio Perez, describe your season for us so far.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for everyone to come. Yeah, I mean, my season has been a bit up and downs. Starting the season when the car was really strong and we could score a good amount of points. I had a couple of races, some reliability issues, which prevent me to score good points, good amount of points. But I mean, we managed to get a podium in my third race with the team, which was very special. And obviously after the summer break, we've been in the points all the races. So it's been a good season, I would say. And there are 3 more races to go. As Felipe says, the last race is double points, so everyone will try to do their best on that race.
Besides Esteban, the obvious answer of winning, what are your goals for the last couple races here, and what do you see for next year? You guys are all, listen, I mean, you're on the up. What do you want to do last? What do you have to prove left?
Well, unfortunately, my goal for these last 3 races is to score points. This is one of the most challenging seasons so far I've had in my career. I have to say that in many ways it's been quite positive internally, personally as well. Obviously, to the outside doesn't look very nice, and the results are quite bad. So it's been frustrating first half of the season. Then you have to cope with it, and you have to get on and try to get the maximum from what you have in the car.
All right, let's open it up to you, the fans. It's hard for me to see, so I'm going to stand up. Where do we have the first question? Right over here?
Hello? Hey,
Hello.
My question is for Felipe. Hi. What you and Bottas have done for Williams, with Williams this year has been amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Has it met or exceeded your expectations for 2014? And then what are you expecting for 2015 next year?
Thank you for the question. So, yeah, I think the year is going really well for us. So Williams had a very difficult moment until last year, and so he had so many changes inside the team, and I think all this change was really positive. So the team is doing a fantastic job, and I'm sure we can do a better job even preparing next year. So I don't think the rules will change completely from this season to next season. So I think when you have a good car, you just need to work to develop and to carry on in the same direction. That is what we're doing, is what we believe is the correct thing to do. Definitely will be some change in the car for next year, but I really believe in the team. Valtteri is a great driver as well, so we're able to score. He is doing a fantastic season as well. Scoring good points. So I was a little bit unlucky in some race, but I hope the luck is with us, and especially here this weekend in front of you guys. But also, doing a fantastic last 3 races, and also preparing very well next year, because I believe we can be there. I believe we can be there, maybe even fighting for Red Bull, and also I hope Mercedes, which won't be easy, but we're gonna try everything we can.
Before we get to the next question, what was, candidly, just between us and the people watching online, what was your thought of the nose? First thing that went in your head when you see the nose of the car?
I was not nice.
The very honest Felipe Massa. Yeah, that's better than the other one. Where's the next question? Let's do on this side of the room. We'll go back and forth. And let's try to get into the middle. Let's don't punish the people in the middle, right? We don't need the extreme left and right. It's not a political show. Yes, over here.
Alright, my name is Spencer. I'm just wondering, since the first time y'all raced here with the V8 to now with the V6 turbos, how has your strategy changed?
Do you care who that goes to, Spencer?
All of them.
We don't have time for you to hog the whole thing, Spencer. Sergio Perez, V6 turbo?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it doesn't change at all. I mean, the strategy or whatever, it doesn't really change. Obviously, the way you drive is not really depending much on the engine. It depends much on the way the car has changed. We have obviously less downforce, so it's what changes. But I don't think from the engine point of view it changes a lot.
The sound.
Can you do an impression for us, Felipe? I think it goes something like this. Is that good?
A little bit less than that, maybe.
I can't do that. All right, let's get next one. Where's the microphone? Okay, over here, yes.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you so much to all of you for being here. I was asked Felipe, what do you think the safety regulations, how much input do the drivers have? And after Jules' accident, do you think that will be changed more or less?
Well, I hope it changed more, because it was not, I think it was a disaster to see his accident, and it was pretty hard, to see that he hit the tractor. I think that it cannot happen, in the whatever situation in Formula One, and especially in the condition that it was pretty, raining. Visibility was so bad in the very high speed corner. So yeah, so it was a lot to, that we are, driving, trying to give our opinion, to FIA, and I hope these things we will never see anymore, because it was really a big one.
And I think we should all keep Jules Bianchi in our thoughts
sure.
and prayers, whatever.
That's the most important thing.
It's
Thinking
just
about Jules.
Before, quick follow-up, do you think, Esteban, I'll ask you this, do you think they should have the cranes out on the track? We've seen this, obviously not to the terrible extent of Jules Bianchi, but in Monaco, the cranes are right there. I know the local yellow, we all know the local yellow, you don't slow down as much as you should, because you can use the time to catch up. Should they have the cranes out during a live track, even a local yellow?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it makes sense to not have a tractor in the track. I mean, it's probably one of the most dangerous things you can have in these years in Formula One. Some extra variable that is not that shouldn't be there. And I think Monaco is a good example that it can be done from the outside, or even something that covers around, the track. It could be a good idea. Yeah.
All right, next question to this side of the room. Where's the microphone? Go ahead, whoever has the microphone.
Yeah, I have a quick question. Just talking about the skill set of a driver. What is maybe a natural skill set that they may possess, and what needs to be developed? What do you work on? Any of the drivers?
Felipe is the oldest one. Teach us something.
Hey, take it easy. It's longevity. It's not age, right? You've had a career like Felipe Massa. That's for us old guys. Don't button up. What's the most important skill you've had to last this long with the success you've had?
Well, I think you need to, definitely you need always to believe yourself. You need always to believe that you can get better, you can learn. So having a little bit of experience, but you always learning, you always getting better. You always need to believe that you need to be better on the physical point of view, on your concentration. The Formula One is changing every year a lot. We always need to start and learn things from zero, So, and I think that's important. You need to have your feet on the ground. Tell and be always strong what you believe is correct, for the team, because the team needs also the driver to be inside and to motivate that, and to give also the good direction, the good lines, for to keep improving. Because if you start the year with a good car, but if you don't improve the car from the middle of the season, you will be completely behind. So I think every day is important, and it's part of the. Sometimes people think that we just racing on the weekend, but we're working a lot during the whole week. Going to the factory simulator is a lot. Is not so small. Our working, our job in Formula One. So, and the team, our team has 500 people, 600 people working just for 2 cars. So it's a lot.
And the physicality is amazing. I mean, everybody, you see these drivers that come with their trainers. Sergio, how do you guys stay so fit? I mean, how much do you work? How much is the physical aspect of it?
Oh, it's very important. And as Felipe says, always room to improve, and always you have to improve year after year. It's my 4th year in Formula 1, and it's definitely my best year physically, and I hope to say the same in my 5th and 6th year. It's very important, no? Because imagine we have a race of 2 hours and a lot of things going on through the race. Sometimes the races are decided in the last lap, in the last corner. So you really have to finish to cross the finish line without thinking at all on the physical side, because you have so many other things to worry about that you cannot worry at all about your physical state during the race.
Are you training, Billy?
Wow. If we ran back from here to the hotel, who would win? Don't answer that. It'll make headlines. Where's the microphone, please? Can we hold the microphone up so I can see and then... There, yes. Yes, sir.
I have a question for both Esteban and Checo. First of all, this is you get a lot of fans from Mexico last year. You have a lot of fans from Mexico this year. What's it going to be like for each of you next year?
Well, it's going to be amazing, as you can imagine. You know, the Mexican energy, and it will just be... Come on, more energy. With what, sorry?
Come on, Sergio, give us a little more. Give us a little more than that.
What do you mean, cabron?
He's so sorry. It's unbelievable. Sergio, tell us what it's going to be like. I mean, going back to Mexico for the first time in forever, it's going to be amazing.
It will be amazing. I mean,
can I hang out in the Force India pit? No. No, he said no.
It's only for Mexicans.
Good point.
It will be amazing. I mean, since I'm 12 or 13, I never raced in my country, so to go back after so many years, more than 10 years, to race in Mexico and now with Formula 1, it will be really, really special. So I really look forward. I have received so much support from my country throughout my career, and I'm sure it will be great as a country to have the Formula 1 back.
I think the technical word for how the race is going to be is loco. It's going to be awesome, and I hope I get to go. Where's the microphone? It's so low. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hi, this is for Sergio. 4 years ago, there was an interview with your dad that he said that you said Hulkenberg was one of the best drivers you ever saw when you were in GP2. Is he the toughest teammate you ever had in your career?
I mean, it's really hard to compare every teammate, but definitely I will put him amongst the best. I've been really lucky to have such a teammate in my Formula 1 career, and I will put Nico very high up. I really rate him, and I think he's a very strong driver, very complete, and yeah, to be up against him fighting race by race is it's a really good proof of. I mean, he's really competitive, and it's hard to say if it's the best I had, but I would say he's definitely one of the best drivers Formula 1 have at the moment.
Gentleman with the Red Bull hat on. Just say it, and I'll repeat it if nobody can hear it. It's for you.
You're one of the best drivers there ever was, and you haven't had the best of luck. This year seems to be turning around. Do you feel it? Do you think it's going to continue?
Yeah, I feel that I'm going to have a great luck and a great energy this weekend, so I hope we have a great race and a fantastic show for you guys, and hope we see our white cars in the front as well.
And let's quickly address that fact. Obviously, there are 4 fewer cars in the grid this weekend. I know it's tough to see those teams go away. I'm sure you have friends in those paddocks, a lot of workers. Does it make it a little bit easier from a racer's perspective being near the front? That there's less traffic?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think definitely we want to see us, a lot of cars on the track. That's what we want. We want to be there. We want to see the teams there fighting, and as many cars on the track is better for the show, for Formula One. For sure it's not nice what's happening this weekend, but I hope these things will be better in the future.
I want to get some people in the middle of the room here. Yes, the gentleman waving his hands frantically.
I have the opportunity of follow your car in Mexico, obviously. But do you think that the Perez has been good and criticized a lot about your performance? Because I know that you are better than the car that you are driving now.
I was waiting for the blame the media question. And I agree, sir. I agree. Esteban, is the media to blame?
No, you cannot. It's for you to say. No, it's. I mean, it's been a tough season, and I've also made mistakes in all of this, frustration and a lot of pressure. But something that I feel very confident about is that I've been able to handle that pretty well, and thankfully I've been extracting the most out of the car that I have, and the main reference is my teammate, and to in a certain way to be quicker than him, and to be most of the time in front is a good reference, and to me to also improve the car during the season together with the team is a very good improvement, and I think you need to have those kind of skills, and that's why I'm focusing to develop those skills for the future.
That was a nice dodge, by the way. That was a good dodge. Oh, yes, you in the Ferrari T-shirt. I really can't. It's few.
Since you alluded to the absence of the other two teams this weekend, there's the possibility that Formula One might require the other top teams to field 3 cars in the future. Isn't that going to create a strain and a dilution of the already strained resources?
Well, I don't know if this will happen or not. So I think it's difficult to comment. I think we need to wait and see how it's gonna be this weekend, how it's gonna be Brazil, and also it's difficult to say. It's better to have more cars on the track for sure, but it's better to have the right ideas. So I don't know what to say, and we need to wait and see what's gonna happen.
Will you sign with Alonso and Audi in 2016? I just made that up. It was on the internet. It can't be true. Yes, miss.
Hi, my question is for all of the drivers. What is the one thing you look forward to most about coming to Austin?
6th Street.
Well, Esteban, what is your favorite part of coming to Austin? Close to Mexico?
To have the Mexican support.
Top that, Sergio.
For me, I would say the same. I mean, we wait so long to have a race in Mexico, and this is the closest we can get to home. So definitely the support we get here this weekend is amazing.
But let's agree, Esteban and Sergio, that even next year, that we will still see a huge outpouring of support from the Mexican community for this race, right? Yes. We need you. It's a great event.
For me, it should have the American support. I think Mexican support and Mexican support.
Why did you leave out the Brazilians? He didn't say Brazilian. Scandal.
Because I'm gonna have next week.
That's right. All right. Next question. Where's the microphone over here? Way in the back. Go ahead in the back. Yeah.
This question for Esteban. As the youngest driver up there, can you describe the different pressure and journey from breaking into F1 versus succeeding in F1?
I think it all goes down to the experience of how much you raced in the past, how many categories you went through. I don't think the age is really dictating something, so I wouldn't put something related to the age. I only say that the difference is the experience. I mean, what are you saying?
Do you support people racing next year that may or may not be allowed to get legally driver's license in the United States? When will we have our first preteen on the F1 grid?
There is one difference between supporting and wishing the best.
But do you think, seriously, do you think there is an age, given the skill level, the risk, that there is an age that is too young? At the F1 level, not karting or F2 or GP2 or Formula Renault, whatever it is.
I was pretty young as well, so I don't put it.
There's a headline: Esteban Gutiérrez supports young people. Sergio, what do you think?
Well, I think definitely that's really on the edge of being too young. Formula One is so many things involved, and not only driving. It's one of those series that is not just driving, not just being quick over a single lap. There are so many things. But I believe if the kid is good enough, he will succeed anyway. So let's wish him good luck.
There you go. Or her in the future. Yeah, right here in the front.
Well, piggyback on the guy-girl question, this is for Esteban. What's it like to work for Monisha, and what's her style like compared to... Repeat that question. We all know
Next question, please. She's actually a good team principal. I have to say that she's been in a lot of pressure. She's been doing her effort, and I think, and I'm quite confident that she will find the right path for the team in the future.
Yes, you brought your son.
I have brought my son, yeah.
How old is he?
How old are you?
Thank you for coming out. Thank you. You're awesome. Thank you.
He's gone all shy. His question is for Felipe Massa. He wants to know if you can make your car really fast to win the next race in the world.
Well, first of all, my son is 5. He will turn 5 this month, November.
He's a Lightning McQueen fan as well. So,
Great.
Yeah, we said hello, didn't we? Remember?
Yeah. Well, I really hope we can fight for the victory. I think we get the team get few podiums this year. I really hope we can be there fighting for the victory. We need to see how Mercedes is going to be on these next races. But whatever opportunity, we need to be there, and then maybe we'll have a chance to win. So let's try. Really, we'll try everything I can for him as well.
And it's nice to know we have another generation of Formula One fans coming online. Yes, sir, with the glasses, the gray.
Unfortunately, maybe for each driver, there's a lot of challenges in Formula One. Maybe you can explain for each of you what you the toughest thing you've had to overcome on your quest for championship.
Toughest thing you each have overcome.
Have to overcome.
Have to, or have, yeah. Yeah, aside from the car in front of you, which is always a challenge. Yeah, you want to overcome that guy, and then maybe be seriously. What
should be the first one.
Esteban, in your long career, what is the toughest challenge? What's the highest hurdle you faced, or will face?
No, I have to say that this season has been the most challenging one, to face the frustration, not only on me, but also around the team, and to be able to motivate them as well, and to keep myself motivated.
How do you do that?
Yes.
How do you keep yourself motivated?
Enjoying it, and really, being thankful of the position that I have at the moment, and to enjoy the experience, enjoy every moment, and to be happy.
Because there's 18 of you, and there's about 18,000 that would like to take your place. You know what I mean?
Yes, we are very fortunate.
Yeah, you are.
We have to be very conscious about it.
Sergio.
I think this year the change of regulation was so big for everyone. During the past years, there was always something to change, but this year was really amazing. I mean, the first time I drove the car, I don't know if when I speak to other drivers, they feel the same. It was just so little downforce, and so weak the car, very light on the rear, so very difficult to handle the car. And it took really a couple of races to go through the process, because the car was they were really difficult to drive. We had a lot of torque and less downforce, so they have made the car a bit more difficult to drive. And I think that has been one of the most challenging things, and obviously all the recovery system that we have, and also on.
Well, I had a lot of difficult times in my career, so I think if I would, start to say everything, we will need maybe 2 or 3 hours, I guess, So.
Stop quickly, please.
I mean, I had a difficult time.
Let's just get to the recovery from your.
Okay, I will say 2 things. The first one, it was when I was racing from a Renault. I didn't have the money to race, and I came to Italy to do the Italian championships. It was 10 races, and I didn't have the money. I had the money to do 6 races of this championship, and I had to win. Otherwise, my career was going to be finished. So I managed to win the Italian championship, and then I did 1 race at the beginning of the season in the European, which was on the same weekend, and I won the race. So I won the both championships in the same year. So and I think that was a difficult time, but gave me a lot of experience to carry on, to keep fighting. I would say my accident in Formula 1 with Ferrari was a very difficult moment, to recover, to put your mind on the good line again. But I'm still here fighting, so you have many difficult times.
Glad you are. Glad you are. Anybody over the age of 10 that brings a Smurf doll to a one event has my attention. What's your question? Oh, it's Papa Smurf. That makes it okay.
Felipe, what's Fernando really faster than you?
What? Wait, what?
Faster than me.
Was Fernando really faster than you?
Was Fernando Alonso faster than Felipe Massa? Well, given that Fernando's not here, Felipe is? No way.
Well, I think, Fernando is a great driver. He has an incredible talent. He's really fast. But I mean, I think you can be faster than him. I think he's not. It's possible to beat him. You need to do a perfect job to beat him. That's pretty clear. But it is possible. But he's definitely a great driver. So we cannot really forget that he's had an incredible career, and he's always quick in whatever teammate he had. So he's a good driver, but we can beat him.
Not in that Audi. No, I'm kidding. Yes, the microphone back here, and then you, sir. Go ahead. First back here.
Alrighty, my question is for Felipe. With Marussia and Caterham not making the grid, Bernie Ecclestone is obviously using this as an opportunity to promote customer cars in Formula 1. The purists might not really like that. The idea is that each team should field their own car. How do you feel about customer cars? Do you feel like that's the appropriate way to go forward, or is it more on FOM to help out the teams and make sure that the sport stays fair for everybody?
Well, I think it's difficult for us to answer because you have so many things around Formula 1. You have the racing, the technical side, the sporting side, but you have also the business side, which I have no experience to say exactly, everything. Behind a team in terms of the business, the money, and that's why I think it's difficult to answer. I don't want to answer and give opinion which I don't think is the correct one. So for sure, I think
is Gene Haas in the audience? Is that right? How do you feel about a U.S. team?
I think it's great.
Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think it's going to happen?
Well, I think honestly I don't know him, but I heard that he's a very top business
he's
man.
A billionaire who runs a successful NASCAR team.
Yeah, but I mean he knows also what he's talking about. I mean he has a big team in NASCAR. I mean I think he can be really successful, and USA is a big country with big companies as well, which can be involved and which can be strong with the technology, side to help the team and to, be like a strong team, not just a small team,
Well, I know it's a year and a half off, but I wouldn't mind seeing Alexander Rossi in that car, right? Yes, sir.
I'd like to address this to all of you. What portions of Circuit of the Americas are your favorite, and which portion do you find to be the most difficult, and why?
The question is, what part of the track is the most difficult? Which part of the track is their favorite? Esteban.
First sector is definitely my favorite. The fast corner, the S's, yes, very nice.
Is that also the most difficult for you?
No, I don't think. I mean, the last sector is pretty challenging. You have
that triple apex.
Yeah, the
triple apex right-hander with the two
very
lefts.
quick corner, and probably the tires had a little bit open temperature at the end of the lap, so pretty challenging there.
I think the first sector is amazing. It's really fast, fluid, and when you get into a couple of corners like turn one, you really cannot see the apex, so it makes it really difficult to get it right. I think it's one of the most difficult parts of the track to get the corner right, lap after lap. And I think as well, I agree with Esteban, the last sector is very challenging. You have to be really precise. It's very easy to lock the front wheels as well, the rears, and also there's some blind apex where you cannot see, so it makes it tricky, the last sector.
Well, I think the first sector is the most difficult, you know, starting corner one, you know, and Checo said it's really difficult corner, but then when you start the high speed corners, if you start wrong or you're not in the right line, you destroy everything, you know, so it's really, the first sector is really important. If you start well there, maybe you can finish well. If you not start well, I think you destroy a lot.
Is there any part of any track, maybe you probably say Eau Rouge, so let's put that aside, any part of any track which is just, you're just happy to get through every time?
Oh, you have many. You have many, I mean, depends on the track, so yeah, you have many different corners, like you know, corner one in Suzuka, so when you just get really quick starting the lap, and then you have a very difficult first sector, a very nice one as well. But I think it depends on the track. You always have a place that is a little bit more difficult, is a little bit more easy to make mistakes and not making, you know, the perfect lap.
Nothing, I know you guys are some of the bravest people on the planet for what you do. I give you full credit, I couldn't do it. Esteban, I mean, is there any part of any track that does scare you? One part you get through, you're like, every lap, oh, I'm glad I made it through that part. No, nothing. I figured that. I should have been, that was a stupid question on my part. Everyone's
you cannot
nodding.
be scared in Formula One.
Yeah. Hold on. You know what? I like your jumping way in the back, so you're A for effort. With the hat on.
Thank you. My question is to all of them, they don't have to answer in blank, but what do you feel is the proper back off when going through a yellow zone? And this is one of those fellows that help you when you're stuck in that yellow zone.
Okay, so we have a corner worker here in the audience. And by the way, thank you for all the work you do, both here and even at my level at SCCA, you guys have saved my tail a number of times, so thank you. What is the proper level of backing off going into a local yellow?
Me or you?
The experienced one.
Well, to be honest, I don't remember a race that a driver had the penalty because he was too quick on the yellow flag. So
they don't police it.
You know, I think if you have a double yellow flag and you really need to almost stop the car, and you don't do it, and nobody, I mean, the FIA doesn't give you a penalty, so we always try everything we can on the limit, you know. So I think that's maybe it's the answer. So I think I don't remember a race that a driver will get a penalty because he was too quick on the double yellow flag.
Do you think, and I hear your point, because listen, as a racer myself, I'll tell you, we use it as a time to make up time. I'll just fully admit it, we don't slow down as much as we should. Do they need to make a speed limit, a radar gun?
Yeah, I think it's very intelligent.
Something like pit lane speed in NASCAR, it's this, and if you're over it, you get a penalty. Would you support that?
I think, first of all, now they need to put a safety car. if for whatever reason they don't want to put a safety car, they need to do something to reduce completely the speed on that sector, on that corner or whatever you have the double yellow flag.
No, we trust you.
He says he doesn't trust you one bit. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So those of us that race are never going to get to drive a Formula One car, but we'd love to hear what your favorite supercar is that we might have the opportunity to drive someday.
I assume you mean street legal.
Yes.
Street.
Street legal, yes.
I really like the 458 from Ferrari.
What about the rest of you?
It's just in. Perez wants to drive for Ferrari. Just change the and the and you get an entirely different headline. That's true, and who doesn't? Yeah.
I have two. The BMW M4.
Yeah!
BMW M4 and the 458 Ferrari.
You only get one, not multiple.
Mine's on the boat.
Let us dream. What's wrong with you? I can dream. They're Formula One drivers.
Well, I think the most incredible and strong and amazing car I drove it was the LaFerrari. It was really.
Have you driven it?
Yeah.
What's it like?
Top car.
Do you need a co-driver? Can I come with you next time?
Yeah, sure.
What? Actually, that's a good question, and you may not want to answer. What is your daily driver? Where's Felipe Massa cruising around it?
Yeah. I have a Mercedes E63, and I need space for my son as well. So I'm getting old.
As these two guys have reminded you about 8 times. Do you foresee a Formula One car with a car seat in the back? Because just, there is a... Yeah, okay. Yes, sir, you're tall, so I like you. What do you think of the double points in Abu Dhabi? If you win, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it's a good challenge for everyone. It's something new for all of us. I mean, it's one race that can decide a lot, especially because it's the last race. It can decide a position in the Constructors' Championship. It can decide 2 or 3 positions in the Drivers' Championship. And so I think it's going to create a big speculation and a big emotion about that race. So I think it's definitely a good thing.
You're smiling. You're smiling. You like it?
No, I'm not smiling because if I had a double point 2008, I was going to be world champion.
I meant to call you earlier and I tanked it. I'm sorry.
No problem. Esteban, first of all, I want to say it was pretty good to see you throw your helmet and finally get that frustration out. Is the financial pressure on the team having any effect on your ability to perform at the track? As we see 2 teams missing here this race. Does it have any pressure on you?
Yes, it is. I mean, it's a reality, and you cannot, you cannot hide it. It's something that it's been there. We've been having a lot of reliability issues in the car, and we've been in a position to score the points quite a lot of times. And every time there is something going wrong in the car, and it's been putting a lot of pressure in the team and on myself as well to be very precise everywhere and to get those opportunities again.
You know what? I'm glad you asked the financial question too. Being from the financial network, you think I would remember that old question myself. Would anybody here, and there's no way you're going to answer it, but I'm going to ask it anyway, support a cost cap in Formula One?
No.
I'm asking them, not you. You're asking the questions. Cap the cost. I knew that. I had to ask it. That's why the NFL is so good.
We are not team principals.
What's that?
We are not team principals.
I know. I'm going to ask it anyway. Yes, the gray shirt. What does your shirt say?
It's an Austin Racing shirt.
Nice.
So it's for each of you. Of course, besides Austin, where is your favorite track to race?
Favorite tracks. After Austin. Which I think is technically in Bastrop.
Elroy.
Lost Pines, nice resort. Favorite track? Sao Paulo.
is I love São Paulo, but I think the favorite track for us, for me, is the old style Spa and Suzuka.
I really like Monaco. To race in the streets is really, you really feel the car on the limits. And if you do a mistake, you can really have a big crash, as I had one in my first year. So I will choose Monaco, obviously Suzuka, Silverstone, those all circuits are really cool. Spa.
Esteban.
I like Singapore a lot.
That's a cool race. That Marina Bay Sands at the top looking down is spectacular.
No, but the track layout, and it's very physical, it's very challenging, so I like it very much.
Quick question, is there any track where the car, or what track I should say, where the car matters the least? Is it Monaco? The driver matters the most.
Well, everywhere it matters car. I think Monaco is where the driver can make a little bit more different than any other track.
You know what I mean? If you're going 10 miles an hour more down a straightaway.
I think maybe Monaco in the rain.
We're going to wrap it up. Go ahead, you've been waiting patiently.
So, Felipe, I saw you race in 2001, you know, you've done the 2000 series at Donington. So my question is, of all the tracks we don't race at anymore, which is your favourite and why?
Favorite track that Formula One no longer races at?
For me...
The original Nürburgring. No. One lap race and it's over.
It's Turkey. I won 3 times, so...
One race that I really wanted to go is Imola. I really like that place. I think it's a really nice circuit.
Yeah, and Esteban, since all the current tracks are the ones you've only ever raced, since you're 12, if you're going to make fun of his age, I'm going to make fun of your youth. What is there a track in your historical knowledge that you would love to go back in time and race at?
Yes, Kyalami.
South Africa.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, what happened to that track? That's a good question. Waving the hat.
Okay, when you were growing up as a kid, this for each of you, who was your role model in Formula One?
Formula One role model. Is there anybody, as you were growing up in karting or whatever you did, that you looked up to that was a professional driver at the time?
You mean like
well, lifestyle is clearly James Hunt, but what about from driving perspective?
Gilles Villeneuve.
Gilles Villeneuve?
Yeah, was top one.
Epic battle with
Senna. I think, it was Senna. I think was the in my opinion, it was the most incredible driver. But I always love to see. I mean, the style of Gilles Villeneuve was really nice.
You know what's amazing about Senna? 20 years after his passing, you've got the Nacional hat on.
It was the first thing I saw when I got this.
Yeah. It is, and that battle, Villeneuve and I think it was Rene Arnoux. That epic was 79, greatest battle in Formula One history. No,
I was really inspired by Senna. What I heard from him, I really admire what he did. I mean, it's amazing. As it's not only the driver, I think the person as well. How his character. It was great to. It's great to hear so many things about him. So it's why we have still so many things about Senna around the world.
And an awesome documentary. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's amazing. Esteban.
Yes, and I think the charisma of Senna was very special, and it was a great combination of, driver as a sport and also as a person to the people, to the fans, and everybody.
We're gonna, just a couple more. These guys are being very generous with the time. I know it's hot in here. Yes, sir.
Bienvenidos otra vez, especialmente a ustedes. Bom dia. I would like to know...
Guy's showing off his language skills. By the way, it's muito quente in here, isn't it right? Muito quente, thank you.
I asked this of Rossi last year, but a little bit similar. You touched on Haas having a team, Rossi, an American driver. Hopefully we'll get him up, with another team. What do you think it will take to get Americans as interested in Formula One as is obvious by you gentlemen? The Latin market seems to love it.
Let me shorten up because of time. How do we get Americans really interested in Formula One as much as the rest of the world. Is that a fair way to state it? There you go. That's why I'm here for free, actually. How do we get Americans interested? I mean, they are. Look at you guys.
Yeah, there is great fans from America, and actually, I mean, Austin, and this event is one of the best events of fans you can have. It's.
Where else do you get a guitar?
I think it's nowhere. No, I mean, to have more races in America would be great, because America is big. So
would you support a second Grand Prix? Maybe the New York waterfront or Las Vegas?
Yes, New Jersey, Las Vegas, Long Beach. Why not?
Yeah. You know what? I live in New Jersey. Thank you, because it actually is in New Jersey, not New York. So we'll call it the New Jersey Grand Prix. That's right. We have, baby. What are you talking about? I've lived in Hoboken for years. Go ahead, Sergio.
I mean, every time I come to Austin, I can see it's growing in Formula One, and it's really nice. I did this fan fest with all of you last year, and many of you last year, and I can see now more interaction, more knowledge of all the fans. So it's something good, and I really hope we can have a second Grand Prix. As I'm sure for most of the drivers, the teams is one of the best Grand Prix we get in Austin, so hopefully we can get a second Grand Prix.
If you had the opportunity, would you do a NASCAR race? You can like them both. You can like them all. You don't have to choose a side. Again, this is not politics.
My brother drives in NASCAR. I have a brother, so I really follow up what's going on there, and I find it really interesting. And I mean, NASCAR is big here because you have a lot of races, but I think the racing is very different. You cannot compare anything. So even the markets, I think they're quite different as well.
Okay, I got the hook. But the last question to the friend of the Papa Smurf bearer.
What are your views on social media within Formula One?
What are your views on social media in Formula One? I mean, you have to use it, but do you like it?
I like them. I like them because you can say what you want in them, and you interact with your people, with all the fans that support you, and you get your voice, because sometimes what you read in the news is not true. It's not what you say. So what you say in your Twitter or your Facebook accounts or whatever.
I don't know what news you're watching.
It's just what you say. So I really like, and I think it's a good thing to interact with the people.
How many days after a terrible race will you wait to check Twitter?
Many. Till the next race.
I feel it. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. Listen, there's gonna be we're gonna get some hats out, right? But please, before we go, two things. Number one, when they throw the hats out, be respectful of your friends and the people that come here. Yeah, that means you, big guy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, before we go, let's do another round of applause for Grand Prix.